Hello, my name is Philip, I'm a filmmaker, and today I'm going to be reacting to and analyzing the Final Fantasy VII Remake final trailer. We're going to be, of course, enjoying it as Final Fantasy fans, but also we're going to be looking for certain cinematic techniques that they've been using both in the history of the Final Fantasy VII compilation. We're going to see what other sort of just overall cinematic language. We went over the demo like this, and you guys really enjoyed it. So let's hop right into it. If you enjoy this, make sure to subscribe. Also check out my main channel. We have over 100,000 subscribers. Let's do this. So obviously Final Fantasy known for its rich storytelling.
So, Cloud, you were a soldier first class, right?
It's the playground scene, okay.
Yeah.
Weird.
The main theme, of course, Nobu's genius.
Really? What's weird about it?
I really like what they're doing here. The old game had this feeling, because of the rudimentary design, because of the top-down view, as I talked about in my last video, of a stage production. There's that sense of distance in the audience, right? You don't really get many intimate scenes. The majority of the entire gameplay, it's this top-down view. I like how they're doing little references like this shot. It's almost like, that was the angle from the game in the pre-rendered background. So as they open the demo in the first bombing mission, boom, nail down your memory with that same exact pre-rendered background shot, and then give you the ability to move the camera. And it looks like they're gonna keep doing it. I was like, man, I hope they do that throughout the whole game. Here it is. Such a good choice.
Just that you were the same rank.
Talking about Zack.
Huh? As who?
Oh.
The first guy I ever loved.
Oh god. Okay, so I'm not gonna pause too much on my first watch. Let's just react as fans, but a quick something. Over here, like there's this, it's very dramatic. There's this lone street lamp off in the distance. It's very reminiscent of like the golden age of Hollywood, you know, these like big kind of grand sets, dramatic sets. I really like what they're doing here. It's a great mood. Let's not stop too much. Let's watch it through and then we'll go back and analyze some more. But so far the mood is on point, and the term I talked about in my other videos, mise en scène, very nice. Oh.
Wow.
That's so good.
Your eyes.
I really like what they're doing. They're being a lot more intimate with the cinematography.
Yes.
We'll talk about that later.
Aerith is an ancient.
Than they usually do.
Probably
Okay.
the last one living.
Oh, it's Elmira.
You know you're not just any little girl. You're a descendant of
Oh, it's
ancients.
young Sung.
You're wrong! I'm not an ancient!
Oh man, they're doing the flashbacks.
When you're a famous soldier, if I'm ever trapped or in trouble,
This is the promise, of course.
promise you'll come and save me.
Man, the harmonica really lends itself to these scenes.
Soldiers.
No.
I'm sick of this.
What?
I'm sick of all of this!
The Nibelheim incident? Let me know down in the comments, who's your favorite character from FF7 and what are you looking forward to most? How are we seeing this?
Proud.
Women must be hounding you day and night.
It's Cloud's
I'd
mom.
really love to stay and chat, but we
Oh
gotta go.
man, they're going big.
Got more pizza in the oven? I'll take another wedge.
Oh, I love Wedge. Same Wedge, same.
Tifa, I'm coming for you viciously.
I love the Wall Market vibes here. We're getting like sort of this like West Side Story, like big bombastic, like I don't know what they call it, like theater production vibes again. It's cool. I like it.
You lose.
We got Sam Elliott here.
Give it back.
Dante crossover.
I'm sorry, honey. I wish I didn't have to.
So again, another quick pause here. This is the sort of the subtlety. This is where John Eric Bentley shines as Barrett, and a lot of people were like, you know, very stupidly whining about his other scene in the elevator. This is great because he's really nailing the vocal range of Barrett and the emotional range.
I'm sorry, honey. I wish I didn't have to.
Fantastic.
Has confirmed the
Marlene looks great too.
target of the bomb.
Okay, so Shinra propaganda.
Decided they ought to stamp them out.
The sky is falling. An avalanche is to
Oh man, they're putting in all these side characters too.
The enemy.
I don't care.
Really playing this up.
Avalanche.
But man, with the flashbacks, like, are we gonna get Nibelheim incident peppered throughout the game instead of Cloud telling it? This is interesting, man.
Will not be needed.
Color me intrigued.
2 words, Reeve. Neo-Midgard.
It's great. Oh man, so we're getting the Advent Children like complex bike choreography.
They're going to drop
I
the
love it.
Yes.
Whispers, perhaps best described as arbiters of fate.
Okay, so they're gonna use red as like, ooh,
When I'm working.
I promise you will.
oh, this is crazy.
The sector in which you stand has been condemned.
Oh man, Rude versus Cloud.
Which, of course,
Rufus.
that I only
Oh, the costume design is on point, man. That'd be Roberto Ferrari updating.
what you want.
What are these Sephiroths? I think this is the Nibelheim incident.
Just the 300-pound sack of it.
Oh man, Red with the trash talk. See, I'm glad they made him snarky still. He's not just like super serious Nanaki. No, he's snarky, which he was. He's a kid, man. Look at this though. See, there's a cadence to the movement in this game. I talked about it in my demo playthrough on Twitch. But there's a cadence to it. There's a rhythm to it. And it's so satisfying. It's the house. It's the house. They actually did it. Lunatics. Okay, so Ifrit. So good. Shiva killing it. Stop. What? Are you kidding? Oh man. Actually, insane fight choreography.
Vain indulgences every
He would have a golden gun.
Every time the whispers touch me, I lose something, a part of myself.
Ooh, I really like what the.
tonight marks
What?
Shinra.
Sephiroth killed Bear.
Last line of defense. Let's go.
Guys,
Let us defy destiny together. Cloud, there's still so much to be done.
what? Sorry, I'm speechless for a bit of that. Oh man. That's. The entire city is like ruined and everybody. Is it? No. That wasn't Zach. Was it? Oh man, there's so much to talk about. Alright. Now that we had our little get out of our systems. The hype. It's not that easy. But let's go back and let's look at it a little more in depth. Actually insane.
You were a soldier first class, right?
Really? What's weird about it?
Yeah, this is really
Nothing.
nice.
Just that you were the same rank.
Huh?
And like it's so drab. Like look at this playground. It's like the most depressing thing you've ever seen. There's like rubble in the background, debris. It's just like dark. Oh
That's
man.
who?
He's talking
The
about
first
Zach.
guy I ever loved.
But I mean, again, you know, without even talking about the cinematic language, the lighting, the mise en scène. Look at this interaction. It's so well done. It's so subtle. It's not this like I used to date a guy. I was that like in a lot of anime sort of very basic anime voice acting direction. It's never really the actors. It's always directorial choice. This is incredible. Both Cody and Brianna are killing it in this. So again, to talk more about these flashbacks, it seems, speaking of cinematic language, it seems like they're going to be using these flashbacks to kind of craft an entire story, which is very cool, man. I don't know, unless it is just going to show the Nibelheim incident. Of course, don't spoil if you guys have seen leaks or whatever. It's incredibly fascinating. In a few days, we're going to be playing it on Twitch. I'm so excited to share this with you guys. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Of course, I'll post the highlights on this channel as well. But this scene is great. I really like it. They've
You're a fan.
if you notice, even like the body language, this is another thing that is sort of more prominent in higher production stuff, or like better direction, you might say, is notice the use of body language, even in this scene with Cloud and Tifa, to establish that there is a distance between them because of what happened. If you do know the story, if you do know the flashback and the backstory of Cloud and Tifa, there has been a big rift sort of formed between them in their childhood from something that happened, an incident. So the fact that there's this sort of cold, notice his body's turned away from her, kind of has this like shield up. That says so much. He's kind of barely looking towards her.
I'm a soldier.
Even
If
she is
I'm
not
ever
angled towards
trapped
him.
or in trouble, promise you'll come and save me.
It's very well done. It's very subtle though. This is the stuff that it's not in your face. Like again, like a lot of anime direction. It's the subtle stuff, body language, shot choice. It's the subtle stuff that actually builds a mood, actually builds an atmosphere subconsciously to you. More powerful.
I'm sick of this.
But yeah, this is...
I'm sick of all of this.
What in the world? I don't even know what to say about this. This is crazy, man. This is the Nibelheim incident. This is a key moment of it too, which this is one of two things happening. It's either we're getting, Tifa's little like flash of this particular moment only to build on, why she's joining Avalanche, why she is hell-bent on revenge as she really is, and obsessed with revenge. Or this is the entire flashback. This is great too, man. This is one of my favorite scenes in the original. This flashback, it's very short. It's maybe the space of like 30 seconds when you're playing, but you're in Cloud's home. His mother says this exact line to him.
Never been so.
Oh, okay, so these little touches too. Look, if you notice, he's wearing his original... He's wearing a different outfit, if you notice in this scene. You see this chip bag right here? This is little Stamp, the Shinra war propaganda dog that Barrett is referencing constantly when he's yelling at Cloud. In a lot of games, like, cinematography's out the window for side quests. It's just like, whatever, basic over-the-shoulder shots, and that's it. Nothing fancy going on, just formulaic stuff. For this, look at the shot choices, man. They're going all out for even these little side quests. And again, when he's talking to his daughter, he's not going to be yelling and stuff. A lot of people, oh, he's going to be yelling all the time. No, that was the old Advent Children voice direction. I think he actually yells in every single line in that movie because it's just horrible direction. This is what I'm talking about.
I'm sorry, honey. I wish I didn't have to.
Fantastic. This is a side character from, I think it's called The Kids Are All Right, a Turk's side story. It's like, man, I wonder if we see Denzel, that little son of a gun, at one point. This is the meeting scene, of course, that Cloud's listening in on from the air duct. Shooting coverage for a group of, this is at least, okay, we got Hojo, Reeve, Scarlet. Now, there's a very important rule called the 180 rule, which I won't get to. I'll get to it deeper in another video. But it's essentially, there's a line that you can't cross or it's going to confuse the audience. It's very well done. And again, it's just cool that Square actually is using cinematic language as opposed to just like, here's a cool shot, here's a cool shot. The basics are what make up a movie and what make up, the foundation of all language, and they always nail them. So it's hard to explain, but if you don't have the basics down, you can't do the fancy stuff right. You know what I mean? So anyway. So yeah, this is it, man. That crazy Advent Children motorcycle choreography is in, and I can't wait to see it. This is why I'm kind of glad they added this character, because it allows someone to be in pursuit of them that is like a meaningful enemy. He's a soldier, as opposed to just faceless people with masks. Heidegger is voiced by Waka from Final Fantasy X, if you didn't know. They're using Red 13 in a fantastic way. It seems like, in fact, he might know exactly what they are. So that's a great story function for him that wasn't in the original. I like what they're doing. Man, the choreography is so good in this. Reno, you son of a gun. Yeah, I'm loving all the voices too. They just keep getting better in every trailer. Look to Dirge of Cerberus for possibly the worst, most ridiculous, insane, illogical dialogue you've ever seen depicted in any creation by humans. Hojo in particular. I'm crazy. I'm insane. Like, now, this is, I think, even more terrifying than sort of like, you'll regret this. He's calm, and that's scary. It's a lot better than, I'm a crazy scientist. The other side, all green. As a fight choreographer, too, I really appreciate this. Look at the kinetic movement that's happening here. And then the cut to Cloud. It's so well done. Again, on the 180 rule, notice that Cloud is on the right side of the screen. We cut to Cloud, he's still on the right. Root on the left, as keeping with the rule, and then boom, still on the right and the left. So that's, you see, because how fast they're cutting, if you don't follow those rules, you will be so confused and have absolutely no idea what's going on. So, well done, Square.
Of course, that I own you.
That's so good. I think he says that in the original too, or something akin to it. In that like cold, sort of like, yeah, ruled by fear demeanor that we know Rufus by. Really liking his depiction of Sephiroth too. It's a lot more alive than the original cast. But again, I said this the other day, for a lot of people who miss the old voice cast, I'm gonna get some hate for this, but they never played those characters. They played like caricatures of them that were made for these little spin-offs. There are no character arcs in the spin-offs. There's nothing. Like even in the Vincent one, like nothing happens. They're just Cerberus. Again, it's like the worst writing ever. There's no arc. So even with like, Cloud and Sephiroth and Advent Children, what were these actors told? It's like, oh yes, this guy was an ex-soldier, whatever. Yeah, now he's depressed. Okay. And there's like 5 minutes of dialogue and the rest is fighting. Like it wasn't this deep sort of unpacking of the character. You are remembering like 5 lines from these actors is what I'm saying. Like they never played the characters in the original game. George Newborn, he's great. But the direction was really weird. They made him sound like a robot, which was just stupid. He sounds a lot more alive in this. That house, yeah, if I can go inside it, like what? Yeah, I love how they're like, so there's a house enemy with like arms and stuff in the original. We're cutting that out, right? That can't be modernized. They're like, no, not only are we putting it in, we're making it more ridiculous. Like you go inside the house, it like eats you. Okay, I love it. Yeah, this is what I wanted to talk about the most. So right here, he flicks the coins into the air. And again, we get the depth of field rack focus, it's called, when you change the focus to a particular point on screen with a shallow depth of field. So rack focus to the coins. Cloud looks up to see it. He was on the left side. And then boom, we get this Rufus rocketing across the screen. And he barely gets the sword up in time. It's so well done. So well done. And again, we're going to get that sort of Advent Children style, just kinetic energy throughout the fights. And oh man, look at this. So stylish, so cool. Which this would be a fantastic character moment for Barrett if he gets to face President Shinra alone. I would love that. It'd be so good, and it'd be a great, like, for this, because you have to remember this is it has to have a complete story arc now that it's the first game. It's not tune in next time for episode 2. No, this is a full story in this first game, which it's perfect for because it has a fantastic climax when they leave Midgar. So to have Barrett confront his, you know, he's the leader of Avalanche. This is the leader of Shinra. Like, such a good narrative choice, and I can't wait to see what this is all about. Rufus fight in the original is, I don't know what it is about it. It's one of my favorite moments in the entire game. This threat is eliminated, and then you get this other. It's kind of like Sin from Final Fantasy X. It's like, oh, we defeated this thing, but the cycle continues. Like, it doesn't matter if you defeat it. The cycle of death continues. The cycle of destruction continues forever. It's the same thing. Like, this one threat is gone, and then another appears instantly. It's like, yeah, like, I'm actually even worse. You probably shouldn't have done that. You would have been better off. And it's like, oh no, it's so well done. And then you fight him, and I like how he's not a coward. He just fights you. He duels Cloud, and it's one of the best moments in the entire game. So the fact that they're playing it up and making it stylish and exciting and climactic, it's going to be one of the best moments in this game too. So in a few days, we'll be playing this live on Twitch. Make sure to follow so you can join me. We'll be uploading these clips to YouTube. This entire week leading up to the game, going to be releasing a ton of content. Like I said, check out my main channel if you want to see my film work, fight scenes in martial arts. If you want to learn how to fight like Tifa, that's going to be it. Follow on Twitch. See me play it live. Let's do this. See you around town, guys.